haven't told me.
Who are they?
Where did you find them? Did they attack?
The people she knew, right? We kind of got that vibe. We haven't been told yet.
Sorry.
I guess that's all we need to know, really, isn't it?
They weren't human to begin with.
Oh, wow. So these are people that she knew, but maybe she didn't particularly care for. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, I got that wrong straight away. What on earth is that for? Like I said, there's something wrong. Something snapped in his brain, and look at that smile. See, it's every time the smile. It's kind of pleasure he's getting from the thought of what he's about to do. I imagine this is some kind of torture, right? He's not just going to kill him. We've seen each other, we've had conversations with each other, and now we know for a fact that some people in groups are turning heads slightly.
How many are going out? Everybody.
Wow! So the assault begins.
I thought there was a deal on the table.
Andrea, have you not learned, man? Have you not learned? Like, I want to like her so bad. I really want to like her character, and I do for the most part. But she's so susceptible to just being so, like, I don't want to call her dumb because it's just horrible to say that, but do you see where I'm coming from? Like, she's smarter than this. She knows that there's no plan on the table. She knows Philip enough now, and she knows what he's done. She's heard about what he's done. Yet she still seems to believe that he's willing to negotiate. Maybe she's too optimistic about the outcome, right? It's official, guys. It's coming out. We're going old school.
Sure, it's just a precaution, a show of force.
Show of force. No, you know it's not. This is to make sure that when he wants and when he needs, he can assault as he pleases. And I'm not even convinced if he has Michonne, he doesn't stop there. See, look at all these tools. Torture tools. Like, what for?
No.
People are going to start disagreeing with him big time. Look at Milton, for example.
What is that?
Well, workshop.
How does that help Woodbury?
Whoa.
This was supposed to be a new start. A way out.
Milton, be careful. I'm starting to like
this
you.
business with Michonne, I understand.
You still believe the bodies have some spark in them, huh? Of who they were?
I think so.
And that was my daughter, wasn't it?
Wow.
Whether that was Penny or not. It's done.
What's done is done, but you can't convince
It's
someone
all
that.
that matters.
See what I mean? That's all he cares about now, man. It's not about the town, protecting the town. It's about revenge for his daughter, which he still believes was legitimately in there.
Brooke would never agree to that.
He's going to
Whether the
Andrea?
hands are over or not, he's gonna kill them all.
Exactly. What did I say?
Stop this.
I don't think you can.
Tell the people at the prison to get out of there. In time, he'll move on.
I don't think he will.
I have to kill him.
You'll never get close
It's
to him.
too late.
They'll gun you down first.
I told
If they
you.
see me coming.
Literally a couple of reactions ago, when she was over his bed with a knife, I said that was the moment that they had a choice. I think she will die because she's made the decision too late as to where she stands. Philip's not going to let his guard down again. He will think about this. He will see that Milton's questioning him. He'll see that other people are questioning him. He will know that Andrea is figuring things out. And I don't think she's just going to kill him secretly. She'll probably want to talk to him first. And then what? The frick is that for? What? He has too much faith in Philip. As Andrea did a couple of episodes ago. Too much faith. He
How can
will
you still
snap
protect
further.
him? He doesn't give a shit about you.
Bro, it actually makes me so mad that it's taken me, Andrea this long to figure this stuff out. Like, we've known for so... Even when we didn't know, we kinda knew. Like, and she was so blind-eyed to it. Michonne knew straight away. Tried to talk to Andrea, didn't listen. Rick tried to convince Andrea, didn't listen. Like, she kept waiting and being overly optimistic for him to change. I guess it makes sense because she's the only one that really saw that soft side of him.
Before he became the governor, that man still exists.
I don't believe that.
Killing the governor doesn't save your friends.
I think maybe it kind of... Doesn't it, though? Do we really
then I
think
have
that?
to go back.
Do we really think the
Warn them.
governor's followers will?
And you're coming with me.
I can't leave Woodbury.
Oh.
I don't know anyone at the prison.
So what? You know Merle, he fit in. He'll be fine. You can't keep looking the other way.
He's gonna. No, this is the last time they're gonna see each other,
Take care
man.
of yourself.
Oh my god, if she turns around again, like my brain. Like, look at this guy right here. Look at his face. That is a facade. I don't think he will ever realise until he's either dead or on the brink. He won't realise when he's dead, but dying or on the brink of death, if that makes sense. My gosh, man, and just thinking about how I used to think about looking back to Shane, and that was the first time when I was like kind of okay with what Rick did in killing a person because it needed to be done, right? But like that just thought of me now saying that the only way out is death for him. I don't like that. I'm thinking that these two. It's been a while, and she was the only one who was kind of
Just relax.
in a weird
I'm not gonna
place
relax if you keep telling me to relax.
about what they were being asked to do. You know, to fight Rick, to fight the prison.
You're wasting ammo.
Hey, large pack of walkers was spotted heading for the main wall. Martinez wants some help. I got this covered.
We're not supposed to leave this post.
Oh,
Martinez, I'm just doing what I'm told.
Why can't you handle it? You're supposed to be a good
that's
shot.
the other thing that stresses me out, actually. If she genuinely sends them back, she gets them in trouble. What? I don't see the governor killing them straight away or whatever, but no one's free once they enter Woodbury. You don't leave.
Just get out of my way.
Killed up here.
Don't.
Relax.
Oh. Just let her go.
I'm sorry. The governor, he is not what he seems to be.
Oh,
Seems pretty straight up to
wow.
me.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But I'm
She's-
telling you, he has done terrible things.
You're rattled. Exhausted. Just put the knife down.
Just go while you
I'm
have the
going.
chance.
What do you want me to do? Shoot her?
You're good people, about to be misled. That's what stresses me out about them.
We stand on that wall to stop biters, not keep people in.
Whoa.
She's in no shape to take care of herself.
Seems pretty capable to me.
Did she say anything?
Now what, do they say it?
No. I hope this doesn't affect us.
Wow.
I hope it didn't complicate things.
Believe you me, you did, man. With Philip, right, you can tell when he's stressed. You can tell when something's bothered him. So they didn't mention anything Andrea said. That seed's always going to be in their mind now, though. Always. What do they do when they get to the front line? I don't think they fight beside him. And I've said this time and time again. Philip talks about how he's got numbers, right? I do not believe that a lot of the people that he has here will fight beside him if certain things leak out about his character, or he exposes himself and his practices, or something, or they realise, they think this is what are we fighting for. If Rick just stands his ground, if we attack again and cause casualties, maybe then it's like, you know, they become desperate and scared and want survival. Like, you know, Rick's now trying to scare his group to help them accept a potential immoral decision. I have a feeling like Philip's best way would be to scare his group so that they blindly follow him in fear. That's the thing. Like, that's what the vibe that I'm getting.
They're going after her?
No. I am.
Whoa!
She just wants to be with her people.
Oh,
You talk to
Milton.
her.
No.
But he wants to go after Andrea himself. What, to keep playing this facade, or is it now about imprisonment?
What else did you two talk about, huh? Did you tell her about the deal? Did you tell her about Michonne?
Yep. For God's sakes. Philip, the thing that blows my mind actually is Philip trying to play like both sides like this. Like, let me just, oh gosh, I'm pausing again and again. Philip playing both sides the way he is to Andrea gives me hope that his only purpose isn't revenge for his daughter. Unless the only reason that he is acting this way is because he knows that having Andrea is a tactical advantage, which is what I theorised a while ago. If he genuinely still cares about her and it is about hiding that from her and hiding what he's becoming, there may still be hope. Not saying that he's going to turn around and Andrea and him are going to live a happily ever after. I don't believe that at all. What I'm saying is maybe there's still hope that there doesn't have to be bloodbath everywhere until his death. Maybe she is the key.
These guys have been talking. She's trouble.
Or maybe she's not the issue.
Don't start speaking about
She
this.
said some pretty crazy shit.
Oh,
You know
no. These people are loyal to
Don't screw
who?
this up for us. We've got a good thing here. I don't want to get tossed out because of you.
Maybe these two making waves is a good thing for the media, but it's so dangerous
God
for
doesn't
them.
trust you. Do not screw this up.
He's back, man.
Or what? You gonna shame me in front of my boy again?
You want to do this now?
Long time.
Oh,
coming.
wait. Oh, I'm a bit silly. My bad. I thought that he was just one of the governor's goons. Well, now maybe he is. He's one of the ones from the original group. His partner died, so he's now following the governor. Now, this is a problem because they've gone to talk to these two, the original ones from their group, to confide in them that there's something's not right. For a second I was like, why are you relaying this? I completely misread that.
I saved her life. Right place, right time.
And from that moment, she was glued to you like a lost puppy. Her knight in shining armor. I could have done it.
I know you could have.
She didn't.
Of course she did. She knew that. She was just scared, that's all. This ain't got nothing to do with you or me.
Yo, I said 5. Let's go.
We ain't done.
Wow. So Philip's going after Andrea. Get into the woods. She's not going to survive tonight, man. She needs to get where she's going fast. I have no concept of how far this is either, by the way. Nah, they didn't kill her. They didn't kill her. Oh. So have its mouth been by her forearm like that just freaks me out. The thing is, right, it's like, she almost didn't survive with Michonne. She's now by herself.
This ain't right.
Didn't think we're gonna have any problems today, fella.
I didn't think we'd be feeding people to biters.
What do you care? They're rats.
So that's what it was.
This is sick. They got women and children. You can't do this.
All right, sue yourself. We get back, you tell the governor. He'll send you back.
See, that's the thing, right? This guy here, let me just give you my peace of mind about him. He reminds me a bit of Daryl, but like more like Merle. Like a bit like more like Merle, actually. Maybe that's why Merle fit in so well. I saw a side to him which suggested otherwise, which is what I don't understand. Like, almost like he warned Daryl. Like, that's what it felt like to me. Like, he doesn't want this... He doesn't want this at all.
Well, get out of your way if that's what you want.
You don't speak for us.
They're not allowed to
If
go.
you're not sending my boy out there again, I look out for him.
Like you looked out for Donna.
Whoa.
Go on!
I'm not gonna hurt you.
You okay?
They just need to go. Like I said, I'm not convinced they'll let them anyway. Like, they're not free anymore. Once you step in Woodbury, you no longer have freedom. Gee, surely Andrea just beelines to the farm. Get down. Whoa. She's literally being hunted, man. Spotted. End of. It's Philip, and he wants to talk to her. But look at how dark it's getting. That's what's stressing me out. This episode's going to be telling, man. If he cares for her at all, we find out today. Both scare me, by the way. If he cares for her, probably will do anything he could to keep her, right? The fact that he's come out by himself. Ah, Andrea. It's like it's possessive. I think that's the way I want to describe this whole scene. It's like possessive. The whistling, man. Unless that was the whole, like, him trying to do Milton's thing of, like, having a walker. I don't know.
Andrea. Come back with me. Come back to Woodbury.
Come back to Woodbury. You know how creepy that sounds? Unless his plan is to like, oh, imagine that. I'm like starting to theorize about the worst someone could do if they wanted to. What's the worst they could do if they wanted revenge? Or what's the worst they could do to that human being? Imagine he becomes so desperate to keep people around, it's like a thing of infecting them, letting them turn, and turning them into his like totems, like armless, legless friends. Like imagine that. Maybe he's trying to plant that. You know how Milton's thing was ingraining it in them?
Suit yourself.
Come home or die. What, you think she's still gonna love you after that? He goes from manipulative to vengeful, like that. And you can hear his music, it's come on. You see, like, fearmonger, like he wants to scare people. He wants people to fear him. It's like it gives him some kind of release. It's disgusting, man. I've seen a lot of people talking about whether he was good or, like, sort of saying whether he was good or not before the apocalypse is irrelevant, like what he's doing now, blah, 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 blah. Like, I disagree that it's irrelevant, but I can understand where people are coming from. He's almost, like, washed his hands of his former self. That I will agree with. He's washed himself of his previous self. That's why when he struggled to look at the photos, like I said, I made this sort of thing, this thought process way back when we first got introduced to him, that I thought maybe there was something there where like he felt detached from his former self, like he felt ashamed to be his former self, so he became the governor. Like he took on that mantle and got rid of Philip. That's why he doesn't introduce himself as Philip. That's why it was weird. And maybe Andrea did sort of ignite the flame just a little bit, but Michonne killing his daughter extinguished that. See? Scaring Andrea with a whistle. You watch him try and turn her. That's just in my mind right now. It's the only way you can keep her, man. Did you not just see her head, man? Literally wrecks his car right now. Although he may have taken the keys now. I imagine Philip's a bit more methodical than that. And see how he's like killing that walker? Just little things like that. It just shows you that his intention isn't to just kill it. He enjoys this, man. She doesn't escape this. Oh, wow. I swear to God, if you kill her right now.
Time to go home. Andrea.
Clever. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The thing is Philip will kill them all. And then what? You see what I mean? Like, we are taking the mickey out of the bloody devil. That doesn't excite me. That scares me. It does. And she leaves him to die. It will come back and bite us on the butt. Andrea stayed for way too long. I know that didn't look like her. That's Milton. Didn't show us who that was. Why? Well, I'll say home sweet home, but I don't want to speak too soon because I know what the show does, man. Oh no! Please, Rick, keep looking. Look how close she was. There was a couple scene, like when she left the prison and she looked in her rearview mirror and she saw her family. I said that felt like it could be the last time she sees them like that. I swear to God, I better be wrong, man. I better be wrong. See, she made the wrong choice, though. Going back, like I said, maybe she'd be a better help there. It's just dangerous. I said this. But the other thing I said as well was that when she stood over Philip, that was the moment. She's about to be literally imprisoned. I'm not just talking
Did you find it?
tied up.
I got a few shit stories in the bunch.
No, Andrea's here. He's about to put her in his little chamber.
What a distro. So I heard there was a little hang up at the pits. You got a beef with Rick. That's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't be feeding his kids to biters. No one's feeding anyone to biters. It's a scare tactic. It's a bluff. Huh?
They're just for show.
She sees through
People are
it.
more afraid of a biter on a leash than a gun in their face. Governor, look. I shoot my mouth off sometimes, but the truth is we want to stay. I saw red. Won't happen again. Where did you get the gasoline? Come again?
I told you, Milton.
Doesn't matter.
Milton is going to die. He is also not safe. Who becomes the first recipient of Philip torture?
I hope you find out who did it. Already have.
Who could it be if it wasn't him, though? Who's another shock? The governor now does not trust his own people. The thing as well is if Andrea's in here, isn't that a bit silly because Milton knows that it's her, so why don't you just find her? God's sakes. So, that is episode 14? It felt like we're building up. We're building Philip up to the worst he could possibly be, because if he can't rely on his own people, he can only rely on himself. And how much further does he go to becoming the governor? I'm not convinced we've seen the governor yet, if that makes sense. I think there's more coming. He is getting further and further away from any kind of convincing of not having a bloodbath. Eventually he will not be reachable. The one person who thought could reach him, the only person who I felt was somewhat attached to him emotionally was Andrea. She chose to run away from him, escape from him. She's finally caught on to this, that she's not safe as she needs to go. She's not free. She needs to, the only place she can be now is with her family. She did everything she could in her power to escape the governor, but ultimately failed. And she was that close. Now that breaks my heart because I'm not convinced that we see her again with the family, with our survivors. When she left, I don't think she left with the intention of killing the governor. I think she heard Carol say that was in her mind, it was a seed that planted, but ultimately she wanted to try and go to protect the town, the people that she'd become attached to, and prevent what the governor was about to do. When she realised that that wasn't the case, it was too late. You escaped Woodbury once. You went back home to your people once. The governor didn't want that happening in the first place. Do you really think that you're going to be able to do it a second time? No. And then as soon as you hear that the governor's gone after her by himself, you just know deep down that she's not escaping. It's done. She's now literally imprisoned and no one knows. The only one that can possibly find out now is Milton, who the governor already doesn't trust. Now, do I think that he was the one that burnt all the walkers? I actually don't know. I don't know if it was him. Maybe it was the little boy. We don't know. It could be anyone. I think they purposely didn't show us the face. But the governor's desperate, and who's he going to point finger at? Who's going to be the first one to experience the Philip torture chamber? It's going to be Andrea, for one. Like, she's there. I don't know if she's there to just be imprisoned or what. She now becomes a tactical advantage. You know what? He is at the point where he would enjoy torture. If any hope of Philip being genuine is gone. And now we're left with this. But yeah, like I said, Andrea trying to kill him. Andrea disobeying him. Andrea showing that she has no interest in adopting this town any longer, for me, only confirms her status as tactical advantage. I said a while ago that could she be being kept around with tactical advantage, or does he genuinely still care about her? Because if he genuinely still cares about her, at least he's got some kind of purpose. And I said that maybe that's the key, maybe that's the weakness. But I think she's just confirmed that that's no longer a thing. I think this is all about revenge now, and it's spite, and it's dark, and it's like, you know, man, you know what I mean. And no one's going to save Andrea. Unlike Maggie and Glenn, no one knows she's in this position, bar Milton, who's already on hot alert. So, like, do I have any hope that she escapes it? No. It kind of reminds me of, I want to say a spoiler. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones, skip forward a good minute. It kind of reminds me in Game of Thrones of Ramsay Bolton, the Battle of the Bastards, that episode, when he like murders that little boy just because, like sets him free to go towards, let's just describe it like Andrea. He sets Andrea free so that she can run towards the front line of Rick and his army to go be home, and that's like that, and that he's showing that he's merciful and blah de blah de blah. And then as she's about to get there, crack, shoots her in the head or something. That's the vibe that I get with him. Like he's that sadistic, like he would do something like that. But yeah. Holy shoot, man. We've just unlocked another boss level. That's what it feels like. We've got 2 episodes left, by the way. It's not the finale next episode. And I imagine the final episode will somewhat encompass the war. Or like, if we go to war, or the conflict, or yeah. But like I said, I still feel like there are a bunch of people in Woodbury that have it in their mind that this is not what they want. The governor's not to be trusted. The governor's not to be followed. So that is one thing that I see as somewhat of a positive. That there are people inside that are abrasive, and it's only going to continue to put the governor alone, and I don't think that's going to do any more damage than good now. I think the damage is done. But yeah, we didn't get any of this Our Survivors actually episode. That was purely a Woodbury episode, Milton, Andrea, to which I believe the conclusion is that nobody is safe. As for what next, I think we're probably going to focus a little bit on our plan of action. I think basically the plan is to try and stay put. I know that Rick's had it put in his mind by the governor, by the way, let's make that point clear, that if he somehow sacrifices Michonne, the bloodbath stops there. I don't think it does. I think he's too far beyond that. I think that him getting Michonne is just the start of him. It's just the start of the issue. And I don't think him getting Michonne means she's going to die either. I think that's all about torture and revenge and enjoying the slow process of that. I think that's what this is going to be about now. But yeah, I guess our plan now is to see where the group stands. Hopefully we don't have to talk about handing her over. I mean, I'm sure that Herschel will convince Rick otherwise. And it's good that Rick has confided in Herschel, because it means that Rick isn't making that decision by himself. So that's what we're going towards. I guess what next for us is just a plan of action. We will see that in the next few episodes. You can feel the tone dropping, eh? Obviously it's a dark show, there's walkers and all that, but you can feel it really starting to get ominous and scary, like just thinking about whether someone could be like that. You know, people can be like that, and it just freaks you out a little bit. It's starting to get that way. I think I'm going to leave that there, guys. If you enjoyed it, as ever, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. Of course, put it on Instagram, you know, 2Ds. And yeah, it's good to be back, guys. Let me know down below what you thought of the episode, and I'll get to those as soon as possible. It is really brilliant. I'll see you guys in the next reaction.